Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Advanced Wars Days of Ruin replay. Spawn on top side as the red Isabella, we got PeePeePooPoo. Spawn on south side as the purple Cyrus, we got Tschjo, which I still cannot pronounce his name. Cyrus is a custom CO, so I'm not familiar what he has to offer. Let's see now, gets plus 15, so similar to Penny. 53, 30, 60, so this is all standard. Gets the Penny Aura, which is slightly buffed standard aura. And the CO power gets plus 15 global. Your CO unit reverts back to an unleveled status, so it becomes CO veterancy to unCO or unvetted. And your COs are removed. COs. Multiple COs? Okay, so your COs withdraw from the battlefield. Your CO may board to any unweighted unit from any tile with no boarding costs. Okay. All unloaded enemy units at a distance of no more 2 from the grid of your choice take 2 points of damage. So is that by a 2x2 square, or is that like a missile silo 2 damage? All unloaded enemy units, so it's targeted global damage at a distance of no more 2 than 2 from a grid of your choice takes. So it's basically a 2, you unload CO, redeploy your CO, and get a 2 damage missile silo to fire at any point target. So like Tabata, but more precise. Let's see, CO zone is 3. Okay, that's sort of interesting. Guess we'll have to wait and see exactly any weird quirks. Isabella is slightly nerfed from her cartridge counterpart. She gets plus 20, plus 10 in our CO zone to 30, 60, 60. And of course, her CO power still provides plus 2 movement range, but only provides plus 1 max range for indirect rather than plus 2. So either way, when it comes to this map generation, we do have both players start off 3 bases. Players choose our additional infantry unit, which can go capture the airport. There's also 2 harbors of the map, but we've got shores here, so you're going to have to build a temporary port here for units to push forward. Naval units, such as battleships. Over here, looks like this area is perfectly traversable, but doesn't reach very far as well. Of course, got a decent amount of properties. This is not a fog of war map. We do have empty missile silos here. So overall, it's going to be a 3 base, 1 airport, possible Navy shenanigans. But overall, let's see. Got shores over here. This area is traversable as well, but may see a lander play here as well. But maybe not. I'll just focus on with 2 base over here to push forward. So it looks like the strong path is center for both. Weak is along the sides. But yeah, it looks like both sides have weak sides, while the center can be very strong, especially the airport. So yeah, no strong side, weak side mechanic, just both players strong on the same side, which is the middle side, if that's even a side. Either way, let's go and get started. I wonder what Cyrus's theme will be. Ah, that's like the start of a chapter music, isn't it? I'm probably incorrect though, but that is something from the cartridge. You know, it sort of does sound like a CO theme, so that's probably perfectly adequate. Start a chapter or start of a mission sound? Maybe both. And somehow this theme fits better than Isabella's theme. Yeah. Either way, we do have a couple bikes brought by Cyrus. It is Cyrus, right? Just want to double check. Cyrus. Or Cyrus. Double bike now for Isabella. Early recon deployed by Cyrus. I wonder, is he going to CO into it? He has standard CO zone and everything of that sort, and plus 50% 15 is minor, but nice to have. Recon deployed by Isabella, so both eyeing for a bit of raid, but I don't know if recon over here is actually a great idea. There's a lot of planes here, and remember, shores are equal to planes when movement in Days of Ruin, unlike in Advanced Wars by Web and Dual Strike in 2 and everything else. Well, there's plenty of roads and properties here for the recon to push forward with, so it's going to be a bit of time before this recon gets over here. We do have sealed loaded Isabella and a bike. Got a Cyrus tank down here. He has not loaded up a seal unit anything. Probably put it in the tank. Artillery up north. Will Cyrus try to interrupt this capture? Won't really be able to follow up with it, so it's probably not a good idea. Does take a standard engagement there. Anti-air there. Which may dissuade Isabella from pulling out Battlecopter this turn. Nice thing about pulling out Battlecopter though, you can just push center, it's like, oh, opponent's going to match it with an anti-air, just to make it go left or right. Large amount of wastelands instead of the map as well, so there's actually some not favorable terrain even for tracked vehicles. Good strike there, gets 4 free energy. Now Isabella's at 10 energy at the moment. Battlecopter pulled up by Cyrus. Recon on recon violence. Bike does follow up as well. This bike probably will go down next turn. Interrupts the capture there. Nothing to really stop Cyrus's command tank just yet. There's no tank here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it can reach Isabella's or Cyrus's command tank this turn. Isabella's command bike may go down. Does take a hit. And will not finish it off. I wonder, how unlucky was that? This would have done 72. Left with 26, so we got a small luck roll there. 23. That's so it only needs a small luck roll. Looks like 2 bad luck rolls for Cyrus. Great strikes there. Bike falls back, recon falls back. There's some ruins there. I wonder if these vehicles can reach and interrupt the capture. Can interrupt the capture. And can interrupt the capture. Good strike on the recon. Interrupts the capture. Recon has plenty of health, the bike not so much. Couple early picks there, 20 energy. 54 energy. The command bike does fall back, and the artillery will block the path. Battlecopter. I don't think that's a good spot for artillery. It's in range of the anti-air, the battlecopter, and of course the command tank. Cyrus's CO zone has +1 radius as well, but at this point in time won't make a difference unless you want to sit the infantry unit there. I have a feeling the battlecopter will probably going to strike the tank, and then the anti-air could strike the artillery. Keep the command tank somewhat safe. Yeah, it's probably best for the anti-air to take it on. Nukes the tank there at 43 energy. Decides not to go for the artillery piece. Wipes out the infantry unit there. Can't attack this infantry unit or else gets retaliated from the artillery. And probably want to keep his CO powers almost fully charged. And if I'm reading right, it will give him a slightly weak missile silo where he can fire himself anywhere he wants to. A precision missile strike is probably pretty nice for heavy power. Good strike there. Another artillery piece pushing way forward. Command bike is going to try to support 1 health. Scrapping it could be quite nice, but she is at +1 energy range, so maybe just trying to use this for the zone. If she gets the superpower, she's probably gonna be happy with that, but unlikely. Cyrus may get a superpower this turn, and that would of course allow him to unload and reload into another unit, which could be quite nice. Just needs 7 energy, which is pretty easy with these nearby infantry units. Needs 1 more energy. That may have been a bit of a bad luck roll, but also it's also triple defense. Probably would have been better to use this infantry unit. Superpower's not available. Not eyeing the superpower just yet. Not eyeing the superpower whatsoever. Good strike there in the battlecopter. Good strike on the tank, wounding everything. The command tank could just be kept back a little bit. If he just needs for the extra defense, moving back 1 wasteland will help protect these nearby units. And I think a good spot for the tank would actually be move it back 1 tile. It will provide the minimum defense, and that's a war tank. Any major threat there, gotta be very careful. 5 health tank could strike. Battlecopter's in the way. There's no way he's going to clear out this battlecopter. Artillery piece. Yeah, that should be a safe enough spot. Is he going to try to load a seal unit into the war tank with the free boarding? I think that's what's going to happen. Right now, Cyrus is ahead by 2 properties. Decent amount of properties still on the field. A lot of despicable neutrals. Looks like Cyrus is going to just wound everything in order to display the use of the superpower if it just wounds everything, which is actually not a really bad tactic. Another battlecopter by Isabella. Maybe a duster is warranted. Cyrus trying to make some gains up here. Oh, let's go back 1 tile. So I thought I saw the missile strike here. Yep, looks like it's a missile silo, 2 health missile launch. Got some decent hit there on the battlecopters, artillery, and anti-air. Sacks that unit, finish off that infantry unit. Good strike there. CO has been reloaded onto this war tank. Also, the previous tank, command tanks on top of the property, so it gets a little extra healing. Plus, can actually start rotating over here, provide some emboldening around these infantry units. So, maybe better for this guy to go up here. A large number of battlecopters, and of course, there's still targets for it up here. Takes out that unit. Still battlecopter here. That bike could be sniped. Maybe not. Tank, infantry. Cyrus does have a slight advantage, though it feels like Isabella's winning the center. Takes out that meteorite. Maybe he wants the war tank to go around the wasteland. He looks like it. Charging forward probably would not be super great for that battlecopter either way. There's an anti-air there. Never mind, could have probably knocked out that battlecopter. That one does get knocked out by the full health one. Got good amount of efficiency on this battlecopter's moment. Recon still fighting away, getting some good gains over here. Almost has free reign over here, but got more reinforcing tanks. Mech, battlecopter, tank, infantry. She's pushing forward for CO unit. I'm surprised she has not been knocked out at the moment. Huh, how bad of a luck roll was that? You have 5 out of 6 damage. At 1 health, so probably rolled almost no luck. So, not necessarily bad luck, because that means something different for Advanced Wars game. Artillery piece pushing way too far forward. The artillery piece will be knocked out by the war tank next turn. Yeah, I don't think the hyper aggressiveness being very useful right now. The war tank has its pickings of any one of these targets. Battlecopter can be disintegrated by the other battlecopters in the interior. So Isabella is not looking very good in the center. I think she should have pulled back a little bit. Right now, she is down a lot of value. Anti-air, battlecopter, mech, infantry. Cyrus is ball in his court, and he will have a lot of good opportunity there. He has good presence on the right side. Maybe a tank over here wouldn't be half bad. He has good presence over here, but reinforcing Isabella tanks will stop him. But he has a command in the center. A large amount of units going down there. Picks off the CO unit, was at 56 energy. Merges there, which also gets the veterancy and ammo and health. Cyrus starting to pull back over here. Maybe a Tinker Recon, as I mentioned beforehand. Does bring a reinforcing tank there. Tank, battlecopter, tank, and infantry. Two tanks here. Pushing that infantry unit forward may have not been super great because it may just give him some good power charge. 50 energy. There's 8 health here, so won't get a superpower. Won't be able to deploy a superpower this turn. War tank could push forward. It is resilient to many threats. And even if the battlecopters charge forward, he has a max vet anti-air nearby, so maybe a good idea he could just move forward and be aggressive. Medium tank here. Battlecopter rotating around, that'd be easy win this area. So it looks like he's just going to transition the flanks, win those. He's won the center, but doesn't feel comfortable pushing forward. There's a lot of wastelands here, and artillery can be quickly deployed out here and provide some good fire support. It's very defendable in these straits. Cyrus has a 1000 income advantage, minor, but notable. Capture multiple properties now in the center. Good battlecopter strike there, 1 health, and then CO power can be utilized. CO's the infantry unit. I think that's a bit desperate. There's CO power. I have a feeling, is she going to resign next turn? This seems like a pretty good spot for a missile strike, though it is a war tank, so won't be able to fire this turn, but no real good target for its main cannon. So maybe just push it forward and then pop in CO power. Get the tanks advancing and start try capture of infantry. Rocket there, maybe a little bit too slow. I don't actually like seeing rockets when you're on the offense and you should be super aggressive. They're just too slow. Rockets and medium tanks are considered more wall break units, such as like the war tank. And I'd like to see more light tanks and even recons battlecopters if you want to push forward through a sector. Though it's getting to a bit area here where there's a good bit of a wall, which the war tank may be adequate enough, plus the medium tank. Rocket really not needed. So no CO power. The battlecopter is in range of the anti-tank, but it would base lock him there. Probably too expensive to pull out a battleship. How much do battleships cost again? Yeah, 25,000. So Isabella can't pull out a battleship to provide fire support in this region. Cruiser wouldn't be a good idea. Carriers in this game can only pull out seaplanes, doesn't have a ranged missile, which I think is still better. But with airports in the field, it's hard to justify a aircraft carrier. Right, does base lock herself. Trying to stop the command tank from pushing forward. This 4 health tank can be punched through by the battlecopter. Though, he does have superpower. Could deploy the superpower. But it would forfeit the CO unit from being on the front line here. You have to probably reload in the medium tank. Let's see what Cyrus does. Good strikes there. Yeah, I don't think holding on the CO power is super important right now, since it's not super powerful. It's more the lack of the main cannon of the war tank at the moment. It's more important. So some of these exterior units, more tanks push right forward. Bomber. Full base skips everything to blow out a bomber. He may eye for his superpower next turn. He's gonna load a CO unit inside a bomber. That's the only thing I can think of. Another anti-tank deployed in the field. Isabella's command tank charged forward gets a kill, but she's going to be picked off next turn. She may surrender this turn at the current rate. Because Isabella's very far behind. I don't know any way she can get back in this game. Command tank goes down. I think I just let the game autoplay for a little bit. Nothing much I really have to point out at the moment. Because right now we know Cyrus is in a great position, and I just don't see anything that Isabella's doing to change the aspect. Anti-tank is useful help of creating a wall and defend a region. But the wall is already non-existent. Triple tank there. Great strike there on the command tank. I think he's purposely letting stuff get shot to base lock right there. Because the more Isabella base lock herself, the less defense around the HQ. Because I think Cyrus is going to be eyeing to capture the HQ relatively shortly. Not being hyper-aggressive over there. In the center, there's a bomber there, so Isabella can't push forward. Not deploying the CO power this turn. Yep, an infantry unit is probably needs to be unloaded from here. It is a mech. Superpower there, launches the missile strike there. Reloads CO into the bomber. It's locked and loaded and ready to kill. Isabella has bought itself an 8 tank. It's funny, I always feel like anti-tanks are really good, but nobody deploys them out probably due to the cost and slow movement. They're excellent defensive units, though they're surprisingly more vulnerable to machine gun fire, because Recon just did 3 damage to it, plus it is also affected by global CO, 1 level of efficiency. I don't know how to describe anti-tanks. It always feels like anti-tanks are incredibly strong, but I never see people use them. Probably because, like I mentioned beforehand, light tanks are good at charging forward and taking engagements. That's probably one thing that anti-tanks are not good at. They're slower than artillery. More bombers. At this point, dusters are required at minimum. Tank got a good struck. CO command tank is doing some good work there. On the capture the HQ, nothing to threaten it other than this battlecopter. Yeah, it looks like the HQ capture will be complete next turn. Bomber gets a good strike there. An HQ capture there, and there we go. That is the end of the game. This is Grade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.